and welcome to today's webinar on Empowering Education with Genially and Intel SFI. I'm Kat Spencer. It's so lovely to have you here with us today. Make sure you stick around today. We've got some fantastic giveaways and announcements to make throughout our webinar, so do keep posted. Today, we're diving into an exciting new collaboration, giving you a sneak peek into a brand new partnership between Genially and Intel SFI on a mission to achieve digital transformation in schools. And we're super excited to hear a bit more about how we're going to do that. So there is someone very important that I need to introduce in order to help me with that, and that is the lovely Margaret. Hi, Margaret. How are you?
Hello, I am doing so well. Thank you. And thank you for having me on today.
It's so nice to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Margaret, tell us a bit about you and a little bit about your role in Intel SFI.
Of course. Yeah. So I am the current community manager for Intel Skills for Innovation. However, I am an educator by trade. My degree is in elementary education, and I taught middle school, so grades ages 11 and 12. For 6 years, I taught math, science, and communications. So that had kind of led me into exploring other roles in the ed tech sphere, and landed me here at Intel Skills for Innovation, where I do all the different things involving the community for SFI.
Oh my gosh, love that. I mean, we're a wealth of experience then coming into it and to talk about our fantastic new collaboration today. So thank you so much for joining us, Margaret. We've got loads of stuff we're going to be talking about today. So just to give you an idea of some of the things we're going to be having a look at, we've got 4 main points that we want to go through today. I'm sure some of you will have heard of Genially before and know a lot about us. Some of you would have heard a lot about Intel SFI and know a lot about you guys as well. So just so we're all on the same page about what Genially is and also what Intel Skills for Innovation is, we're going to have a little bit of a talk about what each one of us does. And Margaret, I'm sure you'll be able to tell us a lot about all of the fantastic things that Intel Skills for Innovation can add to the lives of teachers. So we're really looking forward to hearing from you about that. And from then on, we are going to go to the nitty-gritty, which is how are Genially and Intel going to be working together going forwards? What is our partnership and what are we doing? What are we here to launch today? So we're going to give you a sneak peek into that new partnership. And most importantly, how you can get involved. So what can you do to get involved with this brand new opportunity? And stick around to the end because there is going to be a giveaway, which is very exciting. We have a giveaway of 3 Amazon vouchers. So do stick around to the end to find out how you can get involved and how you can get your hands on that fantastic Amazon voucher. I don't know, what would you buy with an Amazon voucher, Margaret? What's the first thing that comes to your head right now?
I'm thinking that's with my Amazon voucher. I would probably buy, probably snacks, if I'm being honest. I am a snack gal, so definitely some sort of snack.
Some sort of snack, yeah. Why spend money on anything else? Spend it on food.
No,
Why wouldn't you?
Food, of course.
American snacks are the best snacks. So every time I come over to the US, that's the first thing I stock up on are the snacks. So
perfect.
All right, Margaret, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to say goodbye to Margaret for a little bit, and we're going to have a look at Genially, and then we'll hand over to Margaret when she's coming back to talk about Intel Skills for Innovation. So, Margaret, we're going to say goodbye, and we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys. So, your first part of today's webinar, you're going to be with me, where I'm going to be talking to you about Genially for Education. What is Genially and why does it add value to your lives as teachers, as educators? So for those of you that don't know what Genially is a digital content creation platform specifically aimed at interactive content. The fantastic thing with Genially is you can literally create anything with Genially, whether it be infographics, presentations, quizzes. Literally, the limits are endless, and we're going to have a look at what we've created with Intel SFI later. But we want to show you first, what is it? So what is Genially, and why is it different from other platforms you might be using or might have in your toolkit? So what you can see here on the left is static content. This is at least how I was presented content when I was at school. So you've got here a text, you've got an image. We've tried to make it somewhat interactive for our students because we've added a YouTube video. But if I was to click on that YouTube video, I'd be taking my learning journey outside of this resource and losing my students to hundreds and thousands of videos and gifs of cats and things that we really, really don't want to be doing. However, on the right, we have the same content, but presented with Genially. So now you can see, instead of having that long, mundane piece of text, our students are invited to interact with the resource. They're exploring it. And with that, we're really promoting those active learning methodologies that we're being asked to promote so much as educators, and it's sometimes really difficult to get into our methodologies. So you can see here with Genially, everything becomes super, super easy. So we've got that interactivity. We've also got here, you can see a little bit of light animation. So you can add lots of layers of animation with Genially to add that attraction. And really, really excitingly, what you once has as a link, you've now got directly embedded and integrated into the resource, okay? The great thing with Genially is you can integrate any online code directly into the resource. So whether that be a YouTube video, whether that be social media, whether that be other apps that you might be using, you've got some fantastic app smashes you can do with Genially. And nicely, the other way around, Genially really nicely integrates into any LMS, any blog, websites, because it's all online content, okay? So you've really got some fantastic benefits to using Genially that you wouldn't have with the traditional methodologies that you're using and the traditional softwares. So that's a lot of spiel and a lot of jargon, but the really great thing we like to say with Genially is that with static content you bore, but with Genially, you motivate your students in a way that you wouldn't be doing using the traditional methodologies. So, what can you create with Genially? As I've already mentioned, the limits really are endless. And our fantastic partnership with Intel Skills for Innovation, you are going to see how we've used Genially to add that extra oomph to the fantastic starter packs that are available from Intel Skills for Innovation. But the idea with Genially is that you can literally create anything. So whether it be adding an extra oomph to your presentations, gamification, you can create some fantastic escape games with Genially. We're really, really, really popular for creating choice boards and playlists. You can really easily create them. And the bread and butter of Genially is actually that you've got hundreds and thousands of templates which are readily available for you. So you can create these fantastic looking resources in less than 10 minutes. I haven't mentioned as well, but Genially is a freemium platform. So Genially is free to start using and free to start creating and always will be. And as you start to use it more, you have more options going up as you go. Okay. But what I'm going to show you right now is our teachers kit. And I will add this in the chat and put it on the screen in a bit because this is a free resource which is available for our community members to use. So you can understand some of the templates which are available and how you can start to use them on a daily basis. So at Genially, we think that there are 4 ways that we help teachers to, how we add value to the lives of teachers and the different ways that you can create resources. The first one is to be able to teach the subject. Obviously, that's one of the most important ones. But if you go into the presentation section of this teacher's kit, you can see that these are no boring presentations. We're really adding some oomph to these presentations and an interactivity which makes it, which adds that layer of engagement. Okay. The great thing about this teacher's kit is you've got a direct link to use that template, which will take you into the editor. And you've also got some fantastic examples which have been created by our teachers, by our teaching community, that you can have a look at and steal. Okay, so please do feel free to take a look at those as well. Okay. Now, one of the most fantastic things that you can do with Genially is create super easily breakouts and escape rooms. I love gamification. I am a huge fan of gamification, and with Genially, it's made super easy. This is one of my favorite escape rooms that you can create with Genially. Again, this is a template, okay? So the idea is that we've done all the hard work of making it look visually attractive, following the storytelling, those gamification options. All you have to do is add that content. So you can see here that your students go through. You just have to add the right and wrong answers. As they go through, they've got that gamification option there. They've got that the time count there. As they go through, you can see that they start to unlock rooms. Okay, so the idea here is that we're imitating those breakouts and escape rooms in a really super simple and free way. Okay. We've also got options where you can start to create quizzes and give your students that practice. Really good for assessment for learning, these resources here. And we've got quizzes and templates of quizzes, which are based on loads and loads of different options here and different themes. This is one of my favorites, which is our space quiz. And what you're seeing here is one of our fantastic functionalities, which is the interactive questions. So the great thing about this is your students are getting real-time feedback on whether they're getting the answers right or wrong. So here we're starting to see how you can start to add both synchronous and asynchronous learning. Genially is great for both of them, so definitely worth taking a look at those quizzes as well. And finally, we understand at Genially that your life doesn't stop inside the classroom as a teacher. There are many ways that you need to create go and communicate with both other teachers, with tutors, with parents. So don't keep yourself inside of the box. There are fantastic ways that you can start to use Genially for planning, communications. Here you've got an example of a newsletter. So a lot of our teachers that use us have started to use Genially for many different things. So it's worth having a look and seeing all of those fantastic ways that you can start to use us. Okay. As I mentioned, I will be putting this in the chat, so do feel free. This resource, the Teacher's Kit, is so exhaustive, so please do feel free to have a look at that in more detail. I will be putting it in the chat. Please do feel free to add any questions that you might have in the chat, any comments and anything you're seeing. We're more than happy to have those, and if we have time at the end, we will answer them. So just to conclude, before I hand over to Margaret and she can start telling us all about the fantastic things that you can do over at Intel Skills for Innovation. Why Genially? Why Genially instead of other platforms that you might be using? The first one is that Genially really makes it memorable for your students. There are studies to show that students will remember 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, and actually up to 80% of what they're actively involved in. You can see our fantastic Heather Anderson on the screen here as an instruction designer over at Epic Charter Schools, which is one of our fantastic schools that uses Genially to create their content. Genially really is the difference between passive and active learning. Your students are becoming actively involved in the classroom when they are using resources from Genially. The fantastic thing as well is that there are loads of templates which make it easy to use to start to create these resources. Okay, so you can do things like gamification, storytelling, flipped classroom, and project-based learning. All of the templates are there, so it's super easy to start creating those resources. Okay. Finally, and these are my two favorite ones, is that it's time saving. Because of the templates with Genially, it is so easy to create these fantastic engaging resources which use these learning methodologies in less than 10 minutes. So we're really doing something time saving for you here. And also because it's online content, Genially really nicely integrates into everything that you've already created. So anything that you update in the editor with Genially will automatically be updated wherever it is. Okay, so whether it's in your LMS, whether it has been sent over to parents, whether it's been shared with your colleagues, whatever you update in Genially automatically updates. So you're saving yourself that time as well with that effective work stream. So with that in mind, if we haven't already convinced you, I'm about to hand over to the wonderful Margaret, who is going to tell us all about Intel Skills for Innovation and what it is. Margaret, are you ready to give our viewers a little bit of an insight into Intel Skills for Innovation?
I sure am. Let's jump into it.
Amazing. Well, I'm going to share your screen and I'm going to hand over to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Again, my name is Margaret Perdue, and I am the community manager for Intel Skills for Innovation. And we are so excited to have you on here today. If you are if you have registered for the platform and are utilizing SFI, or if you are new, we are so glad that you are here to hear more about Skills for Innovation and what it can do for you in the classroom. So why SFI? Why have we at Intel created this program? So we know that the job landscape is changing, and there are so many roles that are now declining and roles that are emerging with the with technology and as things continue to shift. And forecasts show that there will be so many different jobs in the next few years that are requiring a lot of different technology skills. I know when I was in the classroom, a phrase I heard quite often was that we are preparing our students for jobs that do not exist yet. And that is something that is definitely still true, if not more true than before. And so Intel Skills for Innovation has been created to help bridge that gap for not only students, but for educators as well. We can see that the future demands of these new sets of skills are increasing in the difference of going from the manual labor and basic cognitive skills and really adjusting and shifting more to these higher cognitive skills, our social emotional skills, and our technical skills. And that is another great reason why Intel SFI has been created, as we continue to see the shift in skills that that employers are looking for in the classroom. So looking in at the Intel framework. So Intel SFI integrates technology into activities and curriculum that educators are already doing. It takes your curriculum and your standards, and we have gone and we have taken those standards and that curriculum, and we have integrated technology into the lessons that you are already teaching. So this isn't another thing that you are having to add to your classroom, another thing that you are needing to get done. It is technology that is infused into the content and the lessons that you are already teaching. So there are a couple of different items that we offer within the platform. And the first one that we're going to look at are our starter packs. So our starter packs is a growing library with over 100 activities and so many different hours that range from, various different subjects from K through 12. So these are our pre-designed lessons for you. They're technology infused, and they are ready to download and have all of the content and material that you need. Again, these range from a variety of different items. Our starter packs do. These are items that you can download. They contain decks. They contain lesson activities, as well as our educator guides. And here in just a little bit, we're going to get to have a sneak peek at some of these educator guides that we have been working with and that have now been genialized. And we're super excited to be able to give you all a sneak peek about what these will look like to make these starter packs even more engaging and interactive for your students. The second piece of the Intel SFI platform is the professional development that is offered. On the platform, we offer 4 different levels of courses and modules for educators to go through and complete asynchronously. Through these 4 levels, educators can go through, find items and different courses or modules that pique their interest or are a item or activity that they are wanting to learn more about, and they can go through at their own pace to complete these different courses. In completing these different courses, it will then, upon completion, you will receive a badge and a certificate that can then be used for relicensure or professional development hours. As a former educator, this is something that I wish I would have known about, because for myself, there were a lot of hours that I needed to get to recertify to keep my teaching license. And I didn't have something like this in like the SFI professional development, where I could go and complete items asynchronously and receive those certificates that I could then submit to my admin. So there are 4 different levels, and each of these levels have different courses that are focused on different content and technology areas that can help you to improve your skills as an educator, to help you feel more confident when you are implementing these starter packs. Because we know that our educators and our teachers need to feel confident using the technology in the classroom to be able to best educate our students on how to utilize those technologies as well. So I think we're going to hand it back over, and we're going to take a jump in now to look at some of these new starter packs.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And that was amazing. Thank you so much, Margaret, for that introduction into Intel Skills for Innovation. And I'm just taking a look at the chat here, and we've got some people from all over the world here. We've got Maria, who's from Italy. Hello, Maria. So nice to see you here. Who we've got here? We've got, wow, got someone from Durban in South of Africa, Romania. Hello, we've got Professor Denelson, who's from Brazil. Wow, we've literally got people from all over the world joining us today. I'm just wondering, Margaret, is Intel SFI something that can be used globally? Is there something which is particular to specific countries, or is it just is something that can be done globally?
That's a great question. Yes, and it is good news. It is available globally. So we have if you are in the EU or if you are not in the EU. So we have 2 different sites that are the exact same, have the same items, but is a completely global platform for anyone to access. And all of these resources are free with the registration code that we will be talking about in just a little bit.
Awesome. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. And we're so excited to share now as well a little bit about what's going on with Intel SFI and Genially. So, as we have already mentioned, this is the juicy stuff, which is how a Genially and Intel SFI smashing together to add that extra level of engagement for your students with those starter packs. So, Genially and Intel SFI, we are working together on a digital mission to digitalize schools and revolutionize learning. So we have mixed the interactive power of Genially with the fantastic resources that are created with Intel SFI. And we want to show you 2 examples of how that has been created. So what we are doing is we have taken these starter packs and we have created them with Genially. We've got 2 here to show you as a little sneak peek. And Mara, I'd love to hear a little bit about these starter packs, a little bit about this particular one. This is for elementary school, right?
Right. And I think another great thing to note about all of our starter packs is where when you're looking at them and when you download them, we have mapped them to specific curriculum for a variety of different countries, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to stay in that box, right? So for instance, this one, the starter pack, it is, it's designed and it's mapped to elementary, but this is something that could be used in a variety of of different contexts in a variety of different classrooms and ages. So as you can see, as we're clicking through here, what this usually would have been when you download a starter pack on the SFI platform, this would have been, a usual PowerPoint slide deck where you click through as your students are behind you talking through these items. But as you can see, as Kat is clicking through here, it has become much more interactive, a lot more engaging. There are colors, there's movement, there are links that are embedded, which is really going to not only enhance the experience for your students when they're learning and you're going through this slide deck, but makes it a lot more engaging, and you can pique their attention as you are going through this initial part of the starter pack, where they are getting a lot of the information up front before they go into the activity utilizing the technology.
No, I absolutely love this one. And you can see really nicely here as well how it's this instructional part here is being made more interactive by adding those together. So really, really incredible. And also, we've got this one, which is more elementary, but you mentioned as well that this is something which could be for various different levels and various different settings. But this one as well here, so this is a really hot topic at the moment, which is all about AI. And what's this one about, this starter pack, Margaret? What's this one?
Yes, AI role playing. This is a really, really exciting one. And again, you can kind of see, Kat, if you want to kind of click through a few of those slides. Yeah, again, how we're going through, and it goes through and this one is super, super interesting. It is, it's a game-based experience. Again, we know that AI is such a hot topic right now. And, they're creating an interesting story, and we're going through, and individuals are getting to utilize the AI and thinking and see, and try to understand artificial intelligence, and then how that can be utilized within the language arts class. And then we have integrations of videos as well, and utilizing AI Dragon. There we go. We're getting a couple of things popping up. So then the educators will be able to go through this. And again, this Genialized version is getting those steps really concise and popping out for those individuals, and create a really interesting story where, a lot of times I think in my time in middle school, when we would have students write about things, sometimes it was hard to get them started. And that is one way that I've really seen AI utilized in a positive way, is it really helps students to get started with their writing, where they may have a ton of ideas in their brain and they just don't know quite where to go. But this really helps them to create that developing story, and utilizing AI in a positive manner, which we know AI is not going anywhere. It is here, and it is staying. So as an educator, how can we be utilizing starter packs like this one to educate our students on how we can utilize AI in an appropriate and helpful manner to enhance our skills, instead of just letting AI do all of the work for us.
Sure. Oh, wow. And it's amazing. These starter packs will be super, super useful as well for anyone who's thinking of that, and anyone that is wanting to get more, wanting to teach it to their students in a very engaging way. And especially seeing this in Genially, it's super incredible to see these starter packs come to life. So we're really, really happy to be working with you guys. We're really happy to be launching this partnership with Intel, with this fantastic content that you guys have created. So I think what we're going to do now is, okay, I hope we've sold it to you how fantastic our partnership is, both Genially and Intel Skills for Innovation. Margaret, I think what most people are wanting to know is how they can get involved, really. So I think what I'm going to do is, as Margaret mentioned, there are two, we've got registration links, both for Genially. Genially is a free platform to register for, so you can register for Genially free, and we'll be sharing that in the chat now. Margaret, how can people register for Intel Skills for Innovation?
Right. There are a couple of ways, again, depending on where you are, to register for the platform in general, to get access to the starter packs, to the professional development. I think those links can be shared, or you can go to the platform and use the code Genially SFI, all lowercase. And those are being put in the chat now for the non-EU and the EU. So you can click on that, just type in your information. And once you have done that, then you will have access to all of the professional development, as well as all of the starter packs. And eventually you'll have access to those generalized starter packs that we gave you that sneak peek of today, along with, we're hoping, many, many more, as you were able to see how fantastic they were once they were genuinized. That's just so much fun. So again, those links are there in the chat for both EU and non-EU. Type in your info, super easy, completely free, and then you'll get access to all of that content.
Yeah.
Additionally, we have a really cool program within the platform called our Ambassador Program. And that is something for our educators who have gone through, have, done one of these starter packs, have implemented it, then can apply to our Ambassador Program. This ambassador program, you get to be a part of a global community with a lot of innovative educators. We have over 60 ambassadors right now globally in over 18 different countries. And I even saw in the chat that we have a couple of our ambassadors that are here today, which is amazing. So shout out to all of our SFI ambassadors who are joining us today. Within the ambassador community, our ambassadors get these exclusive invitations to webinars, conferences. We have an ambassador spotlight that is featured every month on our platform, as well as our newsletter. They get all these wonderful assets that they can put in their email signature, highlights on social media. And then the one thing I really wanted to touch on is that with our ambassador webinars, we have individuals from our community webinars like this come to our ambassador webinars. And then our ambassadors get to talk more individually and one-on-one with the individuals like Kat, and learn even more and ask specific questions about how they can be utilizing SFI in their classroom. How can they be taking this generalized information, these generalized starter packs? How can they be taking this and integrating them into their specific classroom? So even more access than just the platform. They're getting that one-on-one small setting to ask their questions to further their own education as an educator, and to just take their classroom to the next level.
Amazing. Oh, definitely. And we're putting in the chat there as well. We've got a few questions about how you can register. So we're putting that all in the chat as well. So if you've got any, all of the stuff in terms of registering, both for Genially and for Intel SFI, is going in the chat, guys.
Yes, that information is in the chat.
Amazing.
So we would love anyone who is not only interested, please make sure that you get registered for the platform if you haven't already. But if you'd like to learn more about becoming an ambassador as well, we would love to have you get involved, because next month, Kat will be coming to our monthly ambassador meeting. So
I'm invited. I'm so excited.
You're invited. You are the guest.
I've already RSVP'd.
Yes, she is RSVP'd. She is our VIP. So if you are interested in being a part of the ambassador program and getting to join us next month and every month after that, to talk on a more intimate, more close setting, and to ask your personal questions about the the partnerships that we have going on with Intel SFI, we would encourage you to take a look at the ambassador program so that you can get even more information and can continue to take your education and take your classroom again to that next level.
Amazing. Awesome. So thank you so much, Margaret. So all of those links, guys, if you're interested in getting involved in either starting to use Intel SFI or indeed becoming an ambassador, we've got all of those in the chat there. So do make sure that you're looking at those and getting all of those links there. We have a question here, Margaret, that you might be able to help with. Will Genially be accessible on the Intel Skills for Innovation web page? So I think if we've understood the question correctly, so do make sure that you're aware that Genially and Intel SFI are two different platforms. So this is a partnership that we're launching together. So if you're interested in registering for Genially, I've put all of the links in there now in the chat so that you've got that, or take a look under this video. But I think if the question's the other way around, Margaret, are the Genially starter packs available on the web on the Intel Skills for Innovation platform yet, or are they to be put out soon?
From my understanding, they are coming as we continue to create more. They will be there, and where you can find those is where you will be able to find them is on the web page where it says starter packs. There will be a place that says partner starter packs. And if you click there, then when those are all uploaded and available, you'll be able to see all of those Genially starter packs.
Amazing. Thank you so much for clarifying, Margaret. That's awesome. So just to finish off, guys, just a reminder of how you can get involved with Genially. So from our side, we are super, super excited to have our community and to have invited Intel Skills for Innovation on today to talk about the fantastic ways we're working together. So if you want to keep up to date with all of the fantastic things that we're doing in general with Intel, but also in general, please do make sure you're following us on social media and all of our community channels. This is where we keep you up to date with all of our fantastic webinars, all of the community stuff, and all of the free goodies and giveaways that we do throughout the year as being part of our Genially community. So do make sure you're following us on all of those social media platforms that we've got there. I'm also going to share now as well the Genially kit, the teacher's kit. So if you're interested in starting to use Genially on a more regular basis, please do take a look at this teacher's kit. Oh my gosh, it's one of the most important resources you can look at. So do take a look at that and let us know what you think, and let us know if it's been helpful for you. Tag us on social media, comment and let us know. So to finish off today, Margaret, we've got something very, very important to do, which is letting people know how they can get involved with the fantastic giveaway. Margaret, what is the giveaway? This is very, very exciting. What are we giving away?
Our giveaway is our 3 Amazon gift cards, $20 gift cards, and then we will be taking the individuals that enter the giveaway. We'll be randomizing, and we will be picking 3 names of the individuals who attended today. You've made it all the way through, so make sure you scan to enter, and then we'll be drawing 3 names from the participants who have entered, and then we'll be contacting them to distribute those.
Please do. Yes. So you've got the QR code on the screen. I'm also going to put in the chat the form that you've got to fill out. So you've got the link there as well. Please do get involved because the giveaway is fantastic. 3 Amazon vouchers. I mean, we talked before about what we do with those Amazon vouchers. You said snacks.
Always. Snacks always.
You know what? I'm a bit of a stationery queen. I definitely feel that I would get like some new pens and stickers. Like I'm one of those people that is still using like gold stars to like do my notes and things like that. I'm even though like
that's so funny that you say that, because the other thing I was gonna say is a planner or flare pens. So a good I think it's the teacher that is just ingrained in me. Like a good flare pen, a good calendar planner. I still need both. That was my second, like that I was like, oh, snacks or flare pens, and I went snacks.
It's
So
such a hard decision. It's such a hard life, isn't it?
yes. Oh, snacks for Flirkins. It's rough out here.
It's a hard life for us girls. Anyway, but please do make sure you are checking that, guys. And we'll be announcing the winner. We'll be getting in contact with the winners super soon. So I'm just going to leave that on the screen whilst we finish up today. So Margaret, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate you coming. Do make sure you guys go and check out Intel Skills for Innovation. Honestly, this stuff is incredible and groundbreaking, and we're so excited to be creating resources with you and to be moving forwards. Make sure you also keep follow us on all of our social media as well, because we will be announcing more information about our partnership super soon. So if you're wanting more information, do make sure you're following us, because it's all going to be there as well. Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Margaret. Well, we will see you super soon. And thank you all of you for attending today.
Thank you all. It was so great to be here. Thank you again for having me.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll leave the giveaway on the screen for a little bit longer, and we'll see you in the next webinar. Bye, guys. Bye, Margaret.